The S.O.L.E Project Show, hosted by your man Todd, your boy Dread, every Tuesday and Friday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Join us each week where we talk to our special guests about their life experiences. So tap in.
It's going down.
Yo, yo.
100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100.
We are in the building, baby, for the
Yeah.
100th episode. Shout out to, get y'all right, to all the support that we have received from the S.O.L.E Project Show, the O.L.Li Life family, and everybody who support us, man. This is really a 100 episodes, man. We did it.
100, 100.
We did it, man. I'm excited.
Word. Been a long time.
Definitely, man. You know, like
A long time.
not too many, you know, podcasts or Instagram stuff. They make it all the way to the 100 episode. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So we did it.
Yeah, I'm grateful and thankful that you made that move or made that decision to put me on season 3.
Yeah, man.
Doing it solo still, so.
Yeah. But it only makes sense though. The co-founder of O.L.Li, the co-host, the S.O.L Project Show, man. Like, hey, two-thirds of the O.L.Li Life crew, you know. So shout out to Shay.
Word.
Salute to you, brother. But yeah, man, 100 episodes.
100. We got somebody special today too, so.
Yes, man. You see, I had to rep. Hold on. First of all, shout out to the whole state of Kentucky. That's where I'm from. Salute to the state of Kentucky, but I am from Louisville. This is my city. I rep that and I love it. You know what I'm saying? You see the goat behind me. He's from the. It's rare to have two goats come out of one city. So because he is the first goat and I'm the second goat, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody else who have came after us. All the dope people from Louisville, man. Shout out to Louisville. I love Louisville. Village West, 924 Reed Street. Salute. Newburgh, Norfolk.
No.
Southwick, Cotter Home, Victory Park. Everybody, man. I can go on and on and on. Beach Terrace, man. Everybody. Air Course. Everybody.
All love it.
Love y'all, man. Love all my family from both sides, all over the city. So shout out to you. But I had to put it on today, man, for our guest, man. He was legendary. One of the coldest. You know, he's not actually from Louisville, but he's from Kentucky. He's just like, he's one of the dopest basketball players.
Whoa, don't do it yet. Let's pay these bills first.
Okay. So, for the 100th episode, I will be paying bills to all sponsors who support and rock out with the S.O.L Project Show. So, first of all, we're going to start with my man Tim Bonds over at True Vine Publishing. Thank you so much for all that you do. Salute to you, my brother, my man Tony O'Kelly and Andy out with Fade Doc Barbershop. Salute to you, brother. You know, to my bro, J.A. Sports Performance, Coach Jeff Anderson. Stay ready. You see that I'm repping for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. D-Zone Boutique. My man Deontay, salute to you, bro. H&B, the entire Campbell family. Tony, Jen, Tay, Tia, Tiger, Trez. The whole H&B family, man. Salute to you all. Thank you so much for all that y'all do for the community. Go follow them if your child is in need of some handles, working on them Euro steps, them pull-up jump shots, all of that. Holler at the Campbells at H&B. Shout out to my man Moby in West Memphis. No, out west, which is Memphis. Shout out to Moby in Memphis for Teelan Athletics. Go follow him, Teelan.athletics. Define Design. Any black or brown young ladies, young girls ages 12 to 18, you know, in need of mentoring, please go follow Define Design. You can find them on Instagram, or you can check their website out, definedesign.org. So salute to Kevin and all the lovely ladies over there. Build by Change, our good brother Marcel Hernandez. Shout out to him. Braids and more braids. Candace Stewart. Salute to her out in Antioch doing the thing. CC Newman and Coach Pace. She got game week. Nashville is going down. That was week 3. Week 4 is this weekend, man. Y'all go check them out over at Bad Street Church. It's every Sunday starting at 4 o'clock, man. The hoop sessions have been crazy, man. So salute to everybody that's supporting them. We thank you so much. Shout out to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Breaker Podcast, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, any platform that you can hear podcasts, we're on there. The Soul Project Show. You can log on and check us out. If you missed the Instagram live shows on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5:30, you can go onto our YouTube page, O.L.Li.E Youth Program. Check out all the past seasons and this 100th episode in season 3. You can catch up, or you can just log into Spotify. Type in the Soul Project Show, and you'll see that dope fly with me and my brother on there. So salute to everybody that's been supporting us, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all for sure.
Facts.
Yes, man. You know, again, can we be excited? Can we be extremely excited about the 100th episode?
Let's do it.
What's so special about it for you, though?
Man, 100 episodes, that's a lot of episodes, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes. It's been a lot that has happened in between those 100 episodes, personally, professionally, for the organization. I mean, so to continue to be able to do this and continue to see it grow. You know, last season we wasn't on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you know, I wasn't on here. Like we are just continuing to blossom, and it's amazing to look back and see the growth, and also just all of the hard work that has gotten put into this. So 100 episodes, I hope for 100 more.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be dope. I think hitting the century mark means like it shows just hard work, perseverance, and like you said, progression. Because professionally and personally, we could have had reasons to stop what we was doing, but we set forth on this mission, and this is something that we decided that we wanted to pursue. You know, again, like we always say, we let everybody know this started off as something that we will open up with our kids when we go program with them in the schools, and to be able to transform from the classroom setting and doing all of that to actually being on live social media consistently for 100 episodes was dope. And it's something that we can always look back on, you know.
Definitely.
Continue to grow it. So it's getting bigger and better each time that we perform. You know, every time we get out here, our focus is to have guests on here that's doing great things, and that's going to be able to share their story with us. But it's also opportunity sometimes for us just to get on here and speak how we feel and open up about, you know, issues that we're passionate about, which is the youth, which is our community, which is our culture. You know, we can talk about music, we can talk about sports, we can talk about all of that. You know,
Definitely.
That's what we're going to be able to do. So we just, I love it, man. I think it's something dope that we're going to have going on. So,
all right.
Let's see, man. Let me see if bro tapped in yet. He's not tapped in yet, but definitely, you know, shout out to Kieran Shaw. He was definitely one of my guys' favorite players. I love to watch. He was out of Memphis, played at the University of Memphis, played professionally, and then finished his career with the Globetrotters, man, doing great things in Memphis as well. Shout out to Maury, salute Youngin, Jackson, Danny, everybody that tunes in each week, you know, for the show, man. So appreciate you guys for being a part of the show. But this is something that I definitely feel like is going to continue. You know, it's just about preparation. So as we finish up and end this, because this 100th episode is the end of season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And as it ends, we continue to prepare for season 4 and reach out and get, and, have our guests scheduled and the things that we're going to do. That's going to be a few changes, though. What you think? How, I, because of the fact that things are starting to, open up more for us, being invited to do speaking engagements and being out of town and doing things over the weekend, we're deciding just to go back to just the one night for the show, once a week. And I think that's not a bad thing. It gives people the opportunity to see us there one night and be excited and be anticipating that next episode, which will drop a week later. So every week, starting for season 4, is going to be just Tuesday nights that we do the S.O.L.E Project show. Initially, how it started, that was our goal. We transitioned into 2 days because it was so many people wanting to be a part of the show, and it was just something that we felt like we needed to cater to those guests at that time. But we got to go back because our schedules, and that's always a good thing when we can stay busy,
Yeah.
So that's always great. I see the gold O.L.L.I.E.
Yeah, man. I had to represent one time for the 100, man. Had to represent. I don't want to give y'all. I don't want to give the people all of the nuggets for season 4. They just gonna have to. We're gonna do it like how 50 do with Power and all that, man. They just gotta wait. The anticipation had to build up for them so we could come back big.
Yeah. We gonna drop like little snippets and commercials and stuff,
Yeah.
and get
But
people.
rest assured, in the lab, and
Yeah.
man, I need a microphone too, man. Rest assured, we in the lab and we working, and we gonna come back. It's gonna be another dope season for sure.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that, man. So let me see. Top bro, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm gonna wear my glasses next season, man, because I know people know this. How I be squinting my eyes and I'm reaching up. I gotta scoot up.
Blonde is
This is going bad. I gotta make sure that this stuff is right, So I gotta be able to get my glasses. I just sent the message to our guest, man. So let's just see how long it take him. Again, we are definitely better than BET.
So while you waiting for him, what do you think one of your favorite episodes was this season?
This season. Okay, so
Yeah.
this season, I love the ladies are unique. That was dope. Definitely a dope interview. Um, even though I wasn't there, I watched it. Cleveland's interview was dope.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interesting guy. Shout out to Cleveland. Yeah, there's a. Okay, we ready? Yeah, but for you, what's yours? What's yours before we tap them in?
Probably between Kimbella and Smooth from up top.
Oh, I forgot about Smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth baby.
Yeah,
It's fire.
I was feeling his energy.
Coach Ty
Yeah.
over at TSU.
Yeah.
He's the reference to Jay-Z, Pac, and Wayne and all of that. That was fire. So shout out to Coach Ty. But we definitely gonna turn up, season 4, man. So let's go on the top bro in for sure. Let's get this started. Um,
On it, boy. Man.
you said what?
Yo,
Yo,
yo.
yo. You hear us?
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, bro? How you?
I'm good.
Good, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Glad you can be a part of the Soul Project show, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
It's the 100th episode, man. So we've been pretty busy, but for me, it's an honor for me to have you on because being from Louisville, you know, that's my hometown, and you being a former University of Louisville player, which one of my favorite, most exciting college player, you know, during the time when you was there, man. It's just a great thing to have you on the show today, man. For real, I appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciate it, and congratulations on your 100.
Man, thank you. So, for everybody who don't know, man, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell her, you know, your name and where you're from.
Alvin Sims, former University of Louisville basketball player, number 5. Grew up in Paris, Kentucky, Illinois roots.
Okay.
So, all right, so I'm just jump right in because when we were talking about getting you on the show, I was like, man, go on YouTube and just type his name and this gonna be this play that comes up playing Texas, I believe it was. And that's all he said. I was like, all right. So I see it coming down, and I see them steps, and that's like the anticipation. I was like, something about to go down. And you, oh, my man, and I was like, oh my goodness gracious. So just talk about some of your basketball background and what got you started playing basketball and, you know, how you've gotten to this point that you're at right now.
Basically, I came from an athletic family. My great uncle, well, I go further back than that. My great grandfather, William B. Reed, they call him Chief Reed, he was Western Kentucky's high school basketball coach. They won the national title for when it was segregated. So it was a national title for blacks. After that, before that, he was an All-American at Kentucky State. Played football and baseball. Then I have uncles, cousins, D1 cousins, uncle that played in the NBA, Willie Jones. My little brother played, you know, Clinton Sims. He played for Boston College, Eastern Kentucky. So it's all around basketball, football, whatever in our family.
So I was telling Dred, I was like, bro, how people are excited about like the small ball in Golden State and Draymond Green initiates a lot of the offense. I said he was Draymond before Draymond. Like you know, an undersized big, get the rebound, can push it, can go, can do all of that. Did you have a lot of naysayers coming out of high school? And I know you put up plenty of buckets. Because are you currently still the leading scorer at your high school, or has that record been broke yet?
Nah, I'm still the leading scorer.
Okay,
Yep.
so how was it with the naysayers? Like, well, he's too small. He's not a 5 or a 4. He's not gonna be able to play the 1 or the 2. He's a tweener. Like, how did you shut the naysayers up?
I didn't consider myself at any position. Like when I was in high school, I had to do 1 through 5, and then like when they tried to categorize me in high school, I mean I was a ball handler. I can handle the ball. I mean I broke mini press. Also they played boxing 1 on me every game, and I still averaged 30. It didn't matter. I was a competitor. I was gonna make it work, no matter what I had to do. I was a utility player. So when I had to come to Louisville, I was in that system. I mean, that's where they put me. I mean, but I always could handle the ball. I mean, Chicago's my roots, so we hooped at the park outside. So I came back there. So.
I already know. I'm from up north. I'm from Jersey, New York area. So,
Yeah.
handling that's what it is.
Right. I
So
played
now,
in the Rucker though. I played at the Rucker with S.O.L.E, Carter, uh, Pure Essence, Grown Man,
Yeah.
Strickland, all them.
yeah,
High Five.
Yeah.
If you know,
Yeah.
if you know the names,
Yeah.
yeah, I played there.
that's what's up. So now, I know that you played overseas for a little bit. Talk about some of the differences from playing here in the States versus playing over there, overseas.
Overseas is fundamental, man. I mean, that's how I got better.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I tell you now, if I stayed in the States and grinded it out, CBA trying to get to the NBA, I wouldn't have been a better player. I mean, over there, I have many names. I'm almost like legendary for like specific clubs over there, and they taught me the fundamentals like footwork, everything you seeing from the European players coming to the NBA. That's what they was teaching. They teach them young. Footwork is the most important. I mean, they don't care about handles. I mean, they care about your jump shot and all that. Euro step, how to draw contact, and all that stuff. You see when Kobe and all them was like they grasped the the screaming, and before they even got touched. That was from Europe. That was from overseas. They invented that.
Yeah. And yeah, Kobe, he grew up. His
Italy.
father played in Italy,
Yep.
so he was a little advanced when he came back to the States, growing up in Philly. So
Right.
he definitely was.
Yeah.
Man, that team, you, Samaki Walker, Jason Osborne, DeJuan Wheat, man, Tick Rogers, like
Mm-hmm.
that team right there to me was a national championship team. Like
Yeah.
when you guys stepped on the floor each and every night, how was the confidence level? Like DeJuan Wheat, he's a family friend. He grew up with my older brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew what he was gonna bring to the floor, to the game every night. You knew what you
Yep.
was getting out of him. You knew what you was getting out of Osborne and everything. Like, tell me, what was that confidence level for you guys when you went out on the floor against the Kentuckys? Of course, as our rivals. Like, how was those games and the confidence for you guys?
It was all preparation in the summertime. I mean, we played pickup. We pushed each other. We made each other better. The former players would come in, Milt, Griff, all them. They would come in, work out with us, and give us pointers and tell us how they used to do it and stuff like that. So it carried on to the season. Me, Tick, Jo, we was side betting on who's gonna shut down who, and defense wins. So it's like I'm gonna shut this guy down. He averaged 17. He ain't getting his average. We were confident in ourselves, and then we backed each other up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I want to back up for just 1 second because earlier you were talking about some of your family history, and I immediately started hearing legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you've had people in your family who were like doing first, especially that specific championship during segregation. What kind of pride does that give you? How does that make you feel? Or how do you think that they would feel knowing that you were following in their footsteps and were trying to do it just as good, if not better, than them?
Well, with my cousins that were like a little bit older than me, they was trying to carry the torch too, and I wanted to be in line with them. So we all took pride. We all, we was a loving family, big loving family. So, man, we couldn't let them down. If we stepped on the court, we represented.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like my great grandfather, they got parks named after him. He was a commissioner for the city of Paris, black vice principal at Paris High School, all this stuff, man. So, yeah, we carried our heads high, man.
It's excellent. And see, since we run a mentoring company, you know, a lot of those kind of things that you were just talking about, we like to instill in these boys. Like you have people that have paved the way for you. Act like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have that
right.
confidence, that self-esteem, but act like you got something to live for and to live by.
Yeah,
So that's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
right.
How was that transition from Chicago to Kentucky? Paris, Kentucky.
I was still young. I was like 11. So I mean, when I came in, I was more advanced when I came into the small town. So I assumed like I merged. I got out of there and headed towards Lexington with more competition. So at a young age, I was balling in Lexington.
Okay.
So I mean, Paris, it just I couldn't advance in Paris.
Yeah,
But I
sound
can
like
say this: I did set the standard and for the people in my generation at Paris, and they doing their thing. They did their thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
what's up.
you set that standard high because if your record is still holding up this
Yeah,
long,
yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, it was a couple guys, Chaz Marks, my brother, Corey Dunford, who was actually my cousin. They were like right behind me, so they had the
yeah,
opportunity. But
That's what's up.
that's tough. That makes for great conversations at the family reunions.
yeah.
You can always brag about that. For sure.
Yeah.
So now, with all the things that you've been through and have experience coming up, if you could go back and tell your younger self something to improve the things that you've already done, what do you think you would tell your younger self?
Younger self, I would say, I mean, I did everything I was supposed to do at a young age. I would say more older, like mid, like toward when I was at Louisville, maybe I could have done more. I could have worked out more. I could have worked on my craft more instead of focusing on my strengths.
Mm-hmm.
I could have focused more on my future in basketball because I really didn't at the time. I just played to play. I didn't, playing in the pros. It just wasn't in my head at that time. It didn't come to like senior year and towards the end of my senior year. I wasn't thinking about NBA or CBA or overseas. I didn't think ahead like that. So
Right.
I mean, each year and that you was there, you was definitely on the radar for NBA teams for sure. And I know you said you didn't think about that until like late. What do you say to the younger players that you may speak with or you coach or you train? How are you telling them to prepare? If this is something that they choose to do for the rest of their life.
hey, don't live in a box. Don't live in a bubble. I tell you that because it's always going to be somebody out there that can outwork you. So definitely don't live in that bubble where everybody's surrounding you saying, "Oh, you this, you that." It's always going to be somebody out there that can bust your head or hungry enough to just beat you by a fingernail to get that next contract.
Yeah. I
Right.
saw a shirt a kid had on the other day. It says rankings doesn't matter.
No.
And he was at a tournament where there was like 4 or 5 ranked guys at this tournament, and he ended up winning an MVP. And he's not even ranked. So I know a lot of kids. I call this era of basketball in high school. Now, middle school, high school is like social media basketball. Because you
Oh
can
yeah.
be the 15th man on the team, but you post a picture with your jersey on, like holding the ball or even shooting in the gym, you can gas up the whole world to think you the best player on that team.
Yep.
And these kids act like Google doesn't exist. All you have to do is Google your name.
Yep.
So I mean, I seen some good basketball, especially on the circuit, but then there's a lot of bad basketball because there's a lot of bad coaching. So I want to go into that as far as coaching. How was it being coached by the legendary Danny Crumb?
Hey, Danny prepared me for professional basketball. The game's about it's about eliminating, being efficient. So he was a guy that wanted everybody to play efficient, like using the glass, being proactive for rebounds, taking advantage of running the floor, when to press, how to play D, everything. He prepared me for everything, mentally and physically. So, well, I take it back, not just physically, but mentally.
But you wanted something, because even, Ty and I, we talk a lot about this kind of stuff, and it's like people are so focused on the big stuff, you know what I mean? The flashy plays, the dunks, I broke his ankles, and they are so not like worried about those little things, which a lot of times it's those little things that win those games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we were just talking, I don't remember, Ty, who you said, the coach was yelling at his kid, and I immediately was like, these kids ain't built the same like how we were built, you know what I mean? And that level of intensity is gone now in this particular generation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, because there's a lot of good players and stuff still, but it's just they don't have that dog in it. We always talk about having that dog. Who were some of the players when you were coming up professionally that gave you that kind of like inspiration to be just an animal out there on the court?
So, of course, MJ. I liked Scotty, Larry Bird, Magic. Who else? Let's say Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Johnson. Just all the people. Gary Payton. Gary Payton definitely for defense.
Yeah.
I was always yelling out GP, the glove.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what's up.
So, you played against a stacked Kentucky team, man. They was ranked number 5. They come into the house, and you guys just took it to them.
Mm-hmm.
How, like playing against Tony Depp, Roger Groves, Antoine Walker, McCarty, and those guys, and you see those guys go and get drafted. How does that make you feel as a player, knowing that, especially because you really used to give Kentucky buckets, man? Like, that was, like, you really used to give them buckets. How does that make you feel? Like, how did it make you feel? Because I know, like, I listened to Draymond Green, and, he can name every player that got drafted before him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what school they come from and all of that. How was that for you?
It just made me feel I just needed to work harder. Yeah, I seen they was in the spotlight, man, and they were surrounded by scouts day in, day out, no matter where they went. And Rick Pitino had the connects. He was a professional coach. So I mean, they had those advantages as far and we had the talent, we have NBA talent and everything else, but I mean, it just made me want to work harder, pretty much. I knew what I could do against them. I know what and all that. I mean, I didn't doubt myself, I didn't doubt my skills, but it was something I was like, I need to work on something.
Mm-hmm. So now, for all of the kids watching, you might have touched on this already, but for all of the kids that watch our podcast, they go back and look at this, what would you say was your most, or has been your most important life lesson that you've learned playing basketball?
Just perfect your craft. Don't take your game for granted. There's always somebody out there that's trying to outwork you. So be proactive, be prepared. Work on your weaknesses more than your strengths. Just try to be an overall player, all-around player. Offense, defense. Don't worry about being flashy. Worry about executing. Worry about being efficient. Be a team player. Be a leader. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So what is going on now with the legendary Alvin Sims? I know you do some training, a little bit of coaching and everything. Like, so what's going on with you right now? What you have going on?
just you know, number one being a dad, just making sure my kids make it. Then you know I do the training S.O.L.E Academy. You can look me up on Facebook. Um, I coach the youth. I rather coach the youth to develop them so they can get ready for where they need to go. Get them ready for high school coaches, so that way they won't be behind and they'll actually be more advanced and be prepared. Um, that's my focus with the youth. Um, and then I coach middle school also, and I work with with the Swarm, the Iowa Swarm. It's another basketball club. They do a little traveling.
Okay. Okay.
They got the Kentucky Swarm too. So they think they got in Lexington. They was trying to migrate to Louisville, Northern Kentucky. So it's all a big organization.
Yeah, it's ballers all over.
Yeah.
All over. Okay. Okay.
So you talked about trying to set an example and stuff for your children and stuff like that. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for them?
Education. You can't have enough knowledge. I mean, I even went back. I just got my master's in business.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, I just want my kids to focus on education. So even though they're getting athletic scholarships, I want them to be well educated so they can pass that torch down to their children when they have kids. To represent themselves well, to basically keep the legacy going.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do your children, they play basketball as well?
Yeah, my son, he plays at Midway University. He's about to graduate with his biology degree. My oldest daughter already graduated from Tennessee State. She's about to get into coaching herself at an old high school in Bourbon County. And then I have my middle daughter is in Tampa. She's in prep school at DME. And then I have my youngest, Avery. She's at Mason County, but she's more focused on track.
Okay, okay. Now, for your kids that play basketball, did you train them? Did they get mad at you when you was training them and bringing them up? Because I know, I mean, I played collegiately as well, and my son, he's a freshman in high school, so when I work him out, he gets so mad, like I have to stop because I have to realize, like, I want to be daddy. So I don't want you to be mad at me driving home or when we get to the house because he don't know how to separate the two. So I'm like, you know what? I got friends that are strength and conditioning coaches, that are skill trainers. I'm going to send you over to them, and I'm just going to be daddy. Let me back up. I will remove myself from that equation because I want you to be able to come home and have dinner with me without you looking at me like, I'm going to bust you in your mouth. Oh, so how was that? Were they able to separate that?
My oldest daughter was, my son was, but the younger two, we bumped heads. We bumped heads, especially the middle daughter. So we bumped heads all the time. I mean, like you said, I mean, she wouldn't speak to me for 2 or 3 days. That's how bad it got. And then when she did, it was text message. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, it might come out or seem aggressive, but that's just us showing love. We just want our children to be the best, be better than us. You know what I mean? I guess we just got to figure out how to put it out there a little different. But this all love. That's all that is.
Right. Mm-hmm. They'll realize it in the end. I mean, like my oldest daughter, she definitely realized all the work she put in. I mean, that she's done like several interviews and she mentions it. So, I mean, they always recognize it.
Yeah, that's definitely. Well, I mean, go ahead, Ty. I'll pass it to you.
What? So, with your basketball career as a coach, as a father, how would you measure success for yourself?
Oh, I'm on top of the world, man. I mean, like I said, my kids, that's all I care about. My kids are doing great. Everybody's doing great. I mean, even, grades wise, my youngest daughter, I can't be more proud of her because she's the youngest and got the most to prove, but she's doing it. I mean, she has 4.2 GPA. She's only a junior. She's taking all AP classes. Like I said, my son is about to graduate with a biology degree. My oldest daughter is about to get a master's in counseling, school counseling. I couldn't be prouder, man. I mean, they've all reached my standards and beyond. So I'm very proud, and that makes me hold my head high, and I'm happy. I'm happy with life.
That's so dope, man.
Yeah, that's dope. It ain't no greater feeling, man, than to be a parent, man, to be a father, and have you see the work that you put in, the sacrifice that you made as a father, and you see it paying out in your kids' life, man, and how well they're doing, man. So yeah, that's super dope, man. That like Dre said, that's what we try to instill. That's excellence. That's living life in excellence right there, because that's all we do with our program is try to instill excellence in the youth that we service, even reaching out to their families to get them to be on the same page, man. We want to bridge that gap between parents and the youth, because in a lot of homes there's a disconnect. And with everything that's going on socially out here, man, and the influence you get from social media and music and movies and just from the neighborhood that you living in, man, a lot of these kids are not being raised to be successful. They're being raised to see the failures that was before them. So what they're going to do, they're going to gravitate over to that, because we're going to glorify and glamorize negativity all the time in our culture. And that's something that...
It's really the escape from the pressure. Like, these kids today, when they feel pressure, they want to fold, and then, like you said, they gravitate to the negativity, because what does it matter? I'm looking. This is where I'm at. I'm not trying to get out of the situation. I'm comfortable. I'll be comfortable in it.
Yeah, for sure. A coach once told me, basketball saved his life.
Yeah.
Now, it's not going to always be what's going to get you paid, but it's going to put you in a position so that you're able to do for yourself and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't meant to go to the NBA or play overseas and get paid for the sport. And I always tell my son, if that's a goal of yours, that's fine. You can strive for that. But also put yourself in position to, if you're not going to be the player or the coach, you can be the owner of that arena that they're playing in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just don't put all your eggs in one basket, man. Have a lot of baskets filled with a lot of different eggs. You know what I'm saying? So we salute, I love to hear how proud, when you talking about your children, man, like that's more exciting than the dunk against Texas for me.
Yeah.
That's more exciting than any bucket. Like to hear like that, because you don't get that from a lot of black men, though. Seriously, like we see that so many times where these households they don't have the men in there.
Yeah.
And even if they are in there, they're not as active as they should be in the lives of their children, man. So I salute you for that, bro, for sure. Now you moved up even further on my list of one of the greatest local players, man. Like, geez, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure.
That's real spit. We got to continue to support each other, encourage each other, like you feeling like that gave me a feeling. So I appreciate you for that. Knowing some of your history, I just learned some of your family history and stuff like that make me proud. And I don't even know you like that. So I appreciate your time. We appreciate your words and your perspective. We hope some of the children that listen to this show really learned something tonight. That was special.
Yeah. It's dope for the 100th episode. We drop these jewels. We bring somebody on here who can drop them jewels and just show, like, man, there's men out here that are really doing great things. And that's what the S.O.L.E Project show is about, sharing our life experiences and bringing on people who does great things in the community, and just for our culture. And you definitely are somebody who has blazed the trail, man, coming from Chicago into Paris, which that throws me all the way off, though. Like, it's usually the other way around. You leave the South to go up top. You know what I'm saying? But to come, and I get it. But to set such a high standard and for you to continue on your family legacy, man, and then the dope things that you did on that Louisville squad, like I said, man, I'm always for my home team. My favorite college team, though, is going to trip you out. My favorite college team is Duke. But I'm always for my home team. So
Right.
Louisville, they're playing, I support. Kentucky, they're playing, I support. But my favorite team has always been Duke. So you can imagine how I felt when Christian Laettner hit that shot against Kentucky. I was like, or, you know, it's always something. But I'm always going to rock with Louisville. And like I said, because DeJuan Wheat was a family friend and, you know, he was like he's my favorite Louisville player. Besides Dwayne Morton, which is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's probably one of that team, man. Like I said, I cannot stop talking about that team and how dope you guys were, man, and watching y'all, man, that energy, man. And I just, like I said, thank you for when I reached out, man, replying. And I know you're busy, man. You have things going on. And you like, who's this little dude in my inbox talking about he want me on this show, man? But I really appreciate it, man. Like I said, I follow you and I see the things that you have going on, you know, with your training academy and coaching and everything like that. So continue, much success, bro. Salute to you. Hey, anytime that you this way, we're in Nashville, so if you come through, hey, let us know. I'm always going back and forth home and stuff like that to Louisville. So definitely, man, we can stay connected, man.
Okay, no problem. Definitely.
Shout out all your social media handles for the people, man. If they want to get some of what we just got.
You can hit me on Facebook, S5 Academy. Also Twitter, AJS005. Instagram, Sims05. I'm everywhere, man. LinkedIn, whatever.
We'll post all of that. When we in the bio when we upload it for the YouTube and the Apple on Spotify and everything. We gonna have all that for you, man. So again, man, salute to you, King. Appreciate you, bro. Continue to do, you know, dope things in the city, man, and just in life, man.
I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Keep doing your thing, man.
I appreciate it. We will, for sure.
Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
Dope. I hope that the people are listening, like, understand that sports can be used, is used, it to another level of life, just to get to a different spot. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to take the sports route all the way through, but sports helps. It keeps you off the streets. It teaches you some real deal life lessons, teamwork, discipline, self-respect, self-esteem, confidence, hard work. You know what I mean? These kind of things. And I'm so glad when we get these athletes and these coaches that they're not always just glorifying certain things. They're really talking about the work that goes into what they have done, what they are continuing to do. And hopefully that's rubbing off in the community, man. That's special.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, when that coach sat me down and that's what he said to me about basketball saved his life. And it saves many black men's lives. But don't just, you know, so don't take it for granted. Don't take the opportunity that you have for granted. Being able to get a scholarship, go get a free education, it's not. I think nowadays a lot of kids seek these scholarships so they'll be able to say, yeah, I'm better than such and such, or I'm better than what everybody thought I was, and now I'm gonna go to the league. No, don't look at it like that. Now, if you desire to go to the league, make sure you putting in that league work
Facts.
on the court and when the lights are not on, right? So but for me, it's about being a student athlete because if, like you said, you can never have too much knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You can never have too much knowledge. Now, I can be the number one player in the country. It don't matter. But I can also tear my ACL as the number one player in the country. But if I ain't did nothing in the classroom, if I ain't a student athlete, then now what? Because all you're gonna do is wallow in your tears about, oh man, I can't play, my life's over. How your life's over at 18 because you tore your ACL? When you
Right.
still got a whole lot of life to live and you can get an education. And now you can be the doctor to treat on ACLs. You might be the one who come up with the thing that where, you know what, you work out this way or you take this medicine, you'll never tear a ligament. You never know what you can do, man. Like I'm just saying, like don't have a lot of baskets with a lot of eggs in them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't just put your eggs in that one basket. NBA, 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 NBA. Because there's a lot of dudes out right now that's looking and wishing, damn, I wish I had that basket for the NBA. I wish I had that basket for business. I wish I had that basket for whatever else. You know what I'm saying? All these baskets. It's okay to have a lot. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And what's not enough is after I hurt myself or I don't get drafted or I keep getting cut from these different teams, it's only so long you can chase a dream. I remember Caleb asking me, like, Dad, did you not want to play overseas or anywhere after you finished in college? Yeah, that was a dream of mine, but then you got to think about how reality set in.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm 5'9" running the point guard, and then you got a 6'9" guy that can run the point guard too, and we going up for the same position for one team,
It gets a little tricky.
yeah, okay, well, let me play two guard. Well, I'm 5'9", playing the two guard, and that two guard over there is actually 6'8". It's like,
Yep.
so let me figure out what I'm going to do. Let me get this degree, earn this degree, get this education. Let me do things in the community. Still love the game of basketball because I coached for so many years. Still love it, but you figure out ways to be involved in something that you love without actually having, because I realized being a coach, dang, I would not want to be playing because I don't want to run all day. I don't want to get up early and work out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do, like you start realizing, like, oh, okay. And just, by the grace of God, I just never had no bad injuries when I played. You know what I'm saying? That an ankle sprain here and there, a groin pull. All right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, you got some of these guys that fight after tearing the ACL or an Achilles and everything like that. But they don't have nothing to fall back on.
Man.
And they definitely can't fall back on their leg because it's bad.
Yeah.
So these kids got to realize, man, this is the importance of being a student athlete.
Got to work.
Definitely. That was a dope one on the show, man, to drop these jewels, to get all of this knowledge, man. So shout out to the legendary Alvin Sims, man. Like, for real, man. Like, y'all go follow and support that brother. Go look up YouTube, check out some of his highlights. If you able to still hold a record that's 20 plus years, and when I tell you Kentucky, listen, Kentucky has ballers.
Yeah, already.
For sure. They have ballers, but to hold a record at a high school for 20-something years, it might be, I don't know the exact number, but damn, that is, it's 2021. This man played in like the early 90s.
Yeah.
And it still stands, and he got family. Like he said, my little brother, my little cousin, they came close. Like, wow.
Yeah, man.
This goes to show you the work that he put in, the dominance, how dominating he was during that time. And,
Yeah.
you got to put in work to knock off, to break records. You have to put in work to break records. So
Put in work. Work,
Sure.
work.
Definitely. But yeah, man. So that's the way to wrap it up, man.
100.
100 episodes, man.
100.
So for everybody who's gonna watch this, who's joined us live, you can cash out O.L.Li.E for $100 100 times.
You do the math. You do the math.
No, but shout out to everybody, man. Season 3 had a blast, man. Enjoyed it. Can't wait for season 4 and everything that we have coming up. Yeah, like Dre said, man, we gonna give you that 50 Cent treatment. We gonna drop some teasers. We gonna do all of that, but definitely it's gonna be fire when we come back. I promise you. All type of fireworks and you know, I'm lying. We gonna come back regular on Tuesday, 5:30 Central Standard Time with the same fire, you know, same energy, same love, same laughter, same, you know, passion that we have now. But just you grow each time. Like we always say, thank you to all our sponsors and the people who support us. Salute to you guys. Choose love over hate. Hate is too heavy of a burden to carry. Man, if y'all going out, put your mask on, wash your hands, wash your feet, social distance yourself. Salute to all the children and staff and administration at the schools. But let's be smart, you know what I'm saying? COVID is real. Please, man, continue to pray for those who have a loved one that may be fighting, the COVID and, dealing with that, man. So please, y'all just be careful out there, man. Be careful. Wash your hands, wash your feet, wear your mask and stuff like that.
Already. Be a blessing, man. Find a way to be a blessing every day. That's not for you. Be a blessing.
That's God breathes life in you. That's your blessing to see another day. It's for you to go out and be a blessing to someone other than yourself, man. That is the dopest thing. And like always, important, this is season 3, the 100 episode. I know you want to stay. I know y'all want to stay around and just talk and chill, but y'all got to go home.
Where they got to go, Ty?
Y'all don't got to go home. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but y'all getting the hell up out of here because we're getting ghosts. See y'all season 4, man, on 101. That's what it is. 101. We'll be back, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
100.